Nîmes with its 150,000 inhabitants all year, but this weekend, 1 million visitors have just stormed the city. All the streets are blocked, and the crowd is gathered behind enclosures because in a few minutes, a special event will take place. A bull will be released in the middle of the city. The most courageous will cross the enclosures and try to touch the animal or even stop its race. It is called an abbreviato and it is very dangerous, but it is the tradition, a ritual that launches every year, the famous Feria de Pentecost every year. The organizer, Berenger, a guard, a Camargue cowboy.
We are ready. Let's go.
He has one of the largest herds of wild bulls in the region.
The pressure is on, but everything will be fine.
Is it going well?
Yes, but there is always one bull more powerful than the other that can get caught by the crowd.
A bull may go off course. Depending on the strength of the bull, it can break down the enclosures and get under them. That is why there is no zero risk.
That's better. We do not have odds there. If it goes away, there will be trouble.
First departure of bulls. The guards are ready, the public too. The beast is released. Each race lasts about 40 seconds.
Let's get started. Let's go.
The guards are there to guide the bull and ensure that during the 200-meter race, they do not attack the crowd. On the truck, Berenger monitors everything. He has no time to enjoy the show.
Do not wait. If the door is stuck, we are in trouble. Always open the doors before.
The beast always arrives chased by spectators and at the last moment. The riders move aside to let it enter the truck. The abbreviato lasts for more than 1 hour. A total of 12 bull runs are scheduled at each time. Berenger prays that no one, neither the public, nor his riders, nor his animals, should have accidents. During the second round, a swarm of revelers managed to stop the bull's run without anyone getting hurt. Absolute pride for this group of youth from the region.
Boos mean that the work wasn't well done or the bulls have passed by, but it went well. Which makes me quite proud of the team because you can feel the new generation coming in, and that is really important for us.
A beautiful abbreviato often means the feria was successful. This year, the Feria de Nîmes seems to be hosted under the best auspices. For Nîmes, the Feria de Pentecôte is an extraordinary event, the biggest festival of the year. For 5 days from the bull ring to the streets, the bull is in the spotlight, but not only that, it is also an opportunity to marry. Bodegas and short-lived bars are springing up everywhere. You will discover the backstage of one of the most popular cities.
It is a major event, one of the biggest events in Europe. We will receive every evening not less than 10. 00 people from 8 o'clock p.m. to 4 o'clock
The problem
a.m.
is that some revelers get a little carried away. For a weekend, the police is on the alert.
How long do you want to make fun of me? Let me be clear.
The streets are equipped with almost 300 surveillance cameras. Nîmes is one of the most equipped cities in France.
All the city services are in action on standby 24 hours daily.
To help the most unconscious, Red Cross teams are on alert all day long.
I got out. Calm down. Someone punched my face.
At the entrance, the police ensure that drunk revelers do not drive.
Like me, I no longer have a license.
For many visitors, the feria leaves only unforgettable memories. In the bull ring, colorful shows where suspense and danger keep thousands of aficionados on the edge of their seats.
The bull will change its course and attack the KPS, provided that you have the courage to stay put.
You will witness a face-to-face confrontation under high tension between an impressive animal and a young bullfighter who does not hesitate to risk his life. In the heart of the Feria, the most spectacular weekend of the year in Nîmes. The Feria has not officially started, yet revelers are already in the street. Nîmes expects nearly 1 million people over the weekend. It is the most important festival of the year, and it is also the most monitored. At the Red Cross Center General Mobilization, Jeremy gets ready. He is one of the 200 volunteers. In life, they are teachers, students, or retired military. This weekend, they chose not to party to put on their first aid uniforms.
Good evening to all.
Thank you for being here. Without you, nothing would be done. Be alert to your environment. Do not put yourself in danger. Thank you to all the rescue workers. Thanks to those in the social sector who want to help out. Thanks to the lock, and have a great evening you all.
Jeremy is a paramedic. He is used to emergencies, however. Every year, he prepares himself for some tough interventions.
We hope that everything will go smoothly, even though we like adrenaline, interventions, and treatment. However, it is not what we want for people. We would like the Feria to go on well without people getting hurt. There is no such thing as a night without injuries or malaise at the Feria. We are at the Boulevard Victor Hugo, where most of the bodega and the most popular access during the Feria. Now we will go back to our business, drink some coffee, because the night will be long, while waiting for the first intervention that can be done either by ambulance or by foot team.
The Red Cross has 4 rescue centers all set up in the heart of the festival. Jeremy's is likely to be the hottest. It is located in front of Victor Hugo, the must-see bar of the Feria, recognizable by its sign, a huge bull on the front, and its wild atmosphere even during the day. Within few hours, names began to fill and the bodegas are animated. During the Feria, there are some in all the city, open at night. Most of them are very popular, but some establishments do everything to stand out. This is the case with Imperator, the most luxurious 4-star hotel in the city. Here, nothing is taken lightly, starting with the staff who must be impeccable.
Let's stand here facing this way. Here, please face each other. Come on.
Christophe, the boss, does not leave any stone unturned.
Whose cigarettes are these?
It is okay, boss.
Good evening, everyone. I am going to do something that always bothers me a little, but I have to do it. We will do a uniform review and ask those who do not have the proper attire to make an effort to change and come back. I spotted some shoes I did not like. Now it's good. Excuse me, miss, do you have a jacket? No jacket, no chocolate. Can you get one? Get yourself a jacket, please. I saw a young man with sneakers a little too high. I am sorry, could you make an effort? All right, thank you. The opening of the Feria is tonight. This is one of the biggest nights of the Feria for us here at the Imperator. How many cocktails have we had so far this evening, Sarah?
700 this evening.
700 and a few cocktails and barrels, so there's a little volume for tonight and tomorrow night.
Same requirements with the security team. Due to the state of emergency this year, the number of agents have been doubled, and they are handpicked. No overflow is allowed.
Let's take a quick look at the key points of the evening. Do not respond to a client who comes for a fight or provocation. Keep your cool. Keep your cool and be careful. Thank you.
If Christophe is strict on security, it is essentially because the establishment's image is at stake. His bodega is considered to be one of the safest in the city. During an event where everything can easily get out of hand. During the Feria in Nîmes, the security forces are never far. Here, we do not joke with security. 150 CRS patrol the streets of the town with the support of 120 agents of the municipal police. The city hall has put in place new surveillance cameras. In all, there will be 292 throughout the town. As for roads, they are checked by 130 policemen.
Do you also think of the K010 notification level? They are young. If you have a young driver at 0.10, he is on infringement.
This evening, they control all the exits in Nîmes. Their priority, alcohol and drunk driving. Jean-Francois just arrived at the police checkpoint. Though the feria is at the start, the policeman has to keep watch on all.
Hello, mister. Turn off your engine. You still have a glass on your car.
Well, we went for a drink at the motorway.
You had a drink at the motorway. This is a hard glass right.
During the weekend, all roads leading to the feria are checked by policemen. Not less than 11 stations around downtown. In other words, impossible to leave Nîmes without going through the breathalyzer box. From experience, policemen know that the nights at feria set records high.
Do you by any chance consume drugs?
Yes, I have.
You have already consumed. When was the last time you took a smoke? Last night, meaning?
About midnight.
About 2 or 3 hours.
No.
The night before. Okay. Let me see your eyes.
It is barely 11 o'clock p.m., but from the first check, Jean-Francois realizes that some revelers didn't wait before going wild.
We will run a narcotics test on you.
Could the lady please come down too?
In the meanwhile, we will run the narcotics test. Get on the sidewalk. I will lead you this. You will take the little strip. You have red strips. You are going to brush your mouth with those red strips. Until I tell you, you do not stop. Go on. Lay it flat on your tongue and take it out for me to see. You do the inside of your cheek. On the other side and below your tongue. Okay.
The test is done fast, and Jean-Francois had reasons to doubt.
It begins to show slowly. You see, there is a second line just below the cannabis box. This means you are positive.
First confirmation that the young man did smoke cannabis. He won't travel this evening and probably in the coming days. Yet to know what percentage to determine the intensity of the offense. A doctor is immediately called to run a blood test. It is an alcohol.
The use of drugs is punishable by law. My daily fear of drug driving is that we got into a normalization where people are surprised that it is banned. Sometimes people tell me, I didn't know it was banned. Do they say the truth? I doubt. But it is true that it is scary.
No more license. Some days later, the tests show that the smoker had a level of cannabis in his blood of 13 nanograms per milliliter. In other words, he was from smoking a huge quantity. Friday is generally the most quiet evening in all feria, but this year, revelers are so many to have abused, and cars accumulate on the lower side. Some drivers deprived of their licenses went home in a taxi. Others wait for their alcohol levels to drop. As the night progresses, people begin to heat up.
Where do I sleep? Where did my parents put me? The address? My parents
This
threw
young
me
seems
out.
very drunk, especially when he hears he might lose his license. He becomes aggressive. With no card, he claims to have no means of getting him home. Take away licenses and issue fines. Is this your life?
You got me in trouble. It's done. Thank you, officer. You got me in trouble. Conclusion. There is nothing more to say. I don't care. The French Republic disgusts me. Are you aware of that?
Is this your friend?
He drank at the feria. Well,
He just drank. No cannabis on anything at all.
no.
After a few minutes, he even threatens policemen.
You have blocked the car. I break ahead and go to prison. There is no such thing. I'd rather go high. Period. It is true. Being high is paradise. What do terrorists like? Getting high. All these guys, what do they like? Getting high. Why? It's better than your place, brother. You are better when high than at home. I want to get high. I want to go into custody. I want to go. What's it? I am going to hit you and go.
The young man is not himself. We'll have to wait for the intervention of one of his friends, who takes him aside to calm down.
I understand they are partying, but what I don't understand is that they can't organize themselves to get home safely.
Later, his brother comes to take him. He gets away with a 90 euros and a license withdrawn. Tension drops at the control station, but downtown, the party continues. At the Red Cross emergency station,
Come to me, you are safe.
Jeremy doesn't know where to look.
What's wrong with you?
Don't tell me anything if your girlfriends come to see us.
Come on.
This young girl seems to be in trance.
Look, sit here. I am not asking you if you drank. Is that all? You can tell me. I'm not the police.
Seriously.
It's just that we need to have all the information. What did you take as substance? For the last time, I am not the police.
Cocaine.
Okay. Is it your first time taking it?
No.
How many did you take?
She took drug but no longer remembers what quantity.
You do not remember. We are here for your good. You took substances, but you don't remember how much. You went on, your friends would have gone, but you were in danger. We will be watching you. You do realize that you are not
Sure,
blood.
I am fine. No, I am fine.
Come on.
She will be fine with some hours of rest at the first aid station. In her state, if she stayed at the party, it would have probably gone wrong for her.
Her friends who were worried for her brought her. The issue is that it is a 17-year-old lady, a minor. Her parents are not, and we, by no means, cannot let her go without a legal guardian.
The night progresses, the party continues, and the state of intoxication is getting worse. Jeremy's colleagues arrive with a stretcher. The man lying on it isn't moving. He was unconscious in a street not far from the aid station.
What is his surname? Aurelien. He is hard to make out.
The ambulance is there.
Do you know who it is?
The man doesn't respond to Jeremy's questions, but the young rescuer thinks he knows him.
He is a professional player in Nîmes. He is a professional football player of Nîmes.
High-level athlete or not, he is victim of an alcoholic coma, and in this case, rescuers are not equipped to help him. The only solution is to quickly evacuate him to the nearest hospital.
You go to her, you tell her to put the heat on. We put the person in the ambulance to get him to the hospital. There is further monitoring by medical staff. He suffers major disturbances of consciousness, excessive alcohol consumption. He will be watched in the hospital.
Adrenaline response in the middle of the night is the drive force of rescuers.
Just like a youth who is going for a Sunday football game. For me, I do not see myself not doing what I am doing now. I find pleasure being in the Red Cross to help during the Feria rather than going to the Feria in civilian clothes. I am not always with the Red Cross. Besides, it doesn't stop me from partying, going to a nightclub, having votive celebrations. The Feria I totally dedicated to the Red Cross.
This will be the last night out for Jeremy and his colleagues from the Red Cross. After the party, the City Hall teams come in. It is 4:00 a.m. in the morning, and the 60 cleaning agents have just 3 hours to keep the town clean. A huge but essential work, as the very next morning, the feria really begins. In Nîmes throughout the weekend, the days are busy with a very special show, Bullfight. In some hours, the first bullfight events will take place in these arenas. The man behind all the shows here, Simon Casas, 68 years, organizer of a challenging bullfight with a strong character. Simon is on all fronts, but this morning, the first issue, the riding bullfighter warm-up track is too small.
You have to bring it here.
Double.
A little more than double. You spot, like this, they can return. There are at least 3 riders running at the same time.
Thierry made me 10.
Let's stop talking about the past. It has to come this far. This is okay. That is, it is a little more than double.
If Simon is keen to details, it's because he cares about bullfighting. It is the passion of his life. He has already devoted 60 years. While the corrida is still more controversial, he struggles to keep it alive.
There are bullfights in Nîmes on this sand during the feria, because it is the logic of our history. It has contributed to our identity, our way of being. That is what we call culture and identity of a people. Yes, the people of the bull exist.
This bull people must be treated. Simon wants to inspect all the bulls himself who, in some few hours, will enter in the arena. They are the focus of the show and considered as artists in their own right.
Those who believe that the fighting bull is abused by man are mistaken. The fighting bull here is the king of animals, and it is without doubt one of the most respected animals by man. I see it as my master. This bull is my master. There are few men I acknowledge as my masters.
None of these beasts have had real contact with man. That is what makes the show totally unpredictable.
The bull charges. It comes to the cape held by man. At the last moment, when it approaches man by 1 meter, the man will move the cape with his wrist, and the bull will deviate its charge and attack the cape. Yes, provided we have the courage to stand still. That's what bullfighters have.
This weekend, bullfighters have been selected because they are the best in the field. Just few kilometers to the arenas, one of them is getting ready. This young man who seems barely out of adolescence is Andy Humes. At 19 years, he is one of the most prominent young bullfighters. He has been bullfighting since the age of 12 till now. He is about to step into the big leagues. Usually, no one has the right to enter in his room during his preparation apart from his assistants.
I like making a difference when I come in by being well dressed as possible.
Andy focuses and tries to relax by listening to music of recent hits. It's his ritual, far from bullfighting tradition. During preparation, he makes passes in the void to test his costume, his suit of light.
As we can see, it is a little tight. You have to be as comfortable as possible. I usually do this to relax.
Last minute before getting into the bull ring, Andy finishes dressing up. Every detail counts. The tide, jacket sewn with gold thread, montera, the traditional hat. And even Kalita, the bullfighter's braid. You have to be handsome, and to be handsome, you have to suffer.
Doing your box. I am waiting for you outside.
Andy is ready, but before leaving, he meditates before his box. Souvenirs, lucky charms, photos of his relatives.
Andy, it's time to go.
Dressed up, equipped, shy boy, almost unknown, has already become a determined young man. Along the way, his assistant gives him final advice. In a few minutes, Andy will enter the Nîmes bull ring. He doesn't know what to expect. He will discover the bull, his opponent, at the very last, when the animal will charge. Before each bullfight, the town changes in a click, and everyone gathers around the bull ring. Latecomers line up at Simon Cass's desks to pick up one of the last available places. Prices range from 20 to 100 euros depending on the seats.
You need to get to the bull ring early as there are many people. There is the vigiparate plan. There is security reinforcement. Your 2 amps for this afternoon.
For a handful of bullfighting addicts, tickets are purchased long beforehand. They are called fans, and they wouldn't miss the feria for anything in the world. It is the case with Elaine, 65 years. In Paris, he is a very serious dentist, but here in Nîmes, he becomes a fan of bullfighting art.
I came for a show that isn't stereotyped. We are not going to the theatre. This show could be very disappointing or could disappoint us, but we shall come back because we have some kind of absolute quest of what we picture being the perfect feria, the perfect bullfighting.
The perfect bullfighting is the obsession of all bullfighters, mostly the younger ones who have a lot to prove. They will be 3 to bullfight this midday, but for Andy the issue is specific. He can win the Golden Cape. That is the ultimate reward for young bullfighters. He won it last year, but he wishes to repeat this feat. His name just appeared at the center of the track. Everything will play out in a few minutes. In the audience, an important figure. Simon Cass's, producer, watches keenly the first passes.
This is where we see the concepts of art. To judge a bullfighter, we'll judge the performance of a bullfighter according to the same concepts as a film actor or opera musician.
The performer today seems to need a few minutes to gain confidence. Andy does his best, but his partner, the bull, can't follow the cape. It is in times like this that it is more dangerous, because the slightest blow of a horn can change everything. So Andy takes all the risks for the show. A first collision surprises the crowd a little. After some passes later, the worst happens. The stubborn bull strikes several horns before Andy has the opportunity to get up. The young man gets away with some bruising and a big scare. He knows if he wants to triumph, he must continue despite pain and fear. For a young bullfighter, a novellero like him, each bullfight is decisive for the continuation of his career. Fans know how to appreciate courage, and in a gesture of absolute defiance, Andy will show to the public he has the makings of a great. A triumph acknowledged by all.
I am happy for him, and he is a bullfighter who has many of greatness, who has joint feet.
I love it, and I am really happy for this success.
Andy, who showed great courage after his fall, should even obtain the Golden Cape, the award given to novelleros. At the time of the announcement, an unpleasant surprise. The jury of the Golden Cape unanimously decided not to award him the 5th Golden Cape. The whole arena expressed their anger. Andy and his valet, Nicholas, are stunned. Olaine also finds it hard to understand. Finally, there was a Golden Cape, which was given to him, and the president then decided not to award him the Golden Cape, which is a trophy, a reward. It was he who had to win this Golden Cape. The young man does not give up. He goes back, standing ovations from the crowd, and some minutes later, he manages to reassess the situation.
How did you get out of that bullfight?
Happy.
Not too disappointed?
No, it doesn't matter. Trophies are temporary, but the feeling remains.
During the Feria de Nîmes, each bullfight is a popular show enjoyed by more than 1,000 for thousands of visitors who come from all over France during the weekend. It is just an excuse to party. 5 days and 5 nights of carsy atmosphere. There are parties everywhere in town. Any individual can demand authorization to set up a liquor store to transform one's garden into a bodega. The atmosphere goes from the most popular to the most select, and one of the most popular evenings, it is that of the Imperator.
Hello, mister, there you go, move forward.
The night begins well for Christophe. His hotel is getting filled. It is barely 9:30 p.m., and there is a large crowd forming a queue to enter in his bodega. In Nîmes, Imperator's parties are a must. Fancy, warm, and above all unpredictable.
I have the feeling that is full. We see customers who reach the limits of the city of La Verrière. We have reached the comfort limit. It is important. I will check on that. Following the volume, I will give instructions at the door for the entry doors to be locked or limit access, except hotel clients and VIP card holders.
The Imperator team is at the top. Bartenders, waitresses, everyone is at their top at the Imperator.
It's cool. It's a fit that's cool.
To continue to make this party great, the boss puts the package every year. Projection of historical bullfights, live music, and even an equestrian show in the middle of the crowd. At night, 10:00 people will visit Imperator, and it is so for the whole weekend. It is by far the biggest bodega in town. This evening, Christoph is making his bet. The atmosphere is wild, and the bar is full.
A little more consumption, they let go, and there is dancing. We see that we are in the heart of the Feria. There is at least a good atmosphere, but you have to be focused.
Be focused, which Christian is aware as the least glitch can block the mechanics.
As featured some few minutes after midnight, the first issue.
An alarm went off in the hotel. Hard to tell where it is from.
Music hides the alarm sound.
No panic, the team is on it. So long as the issue has not been fixed, no one can enter. Normally, the security team can take care of the issue alone. But tonight, it is the image of the establishment that is at stake. Christoph takes charge of the situation.
The arms industry, because otherwise it's bound to recruit girls.
What's happening, Christoph?
Actually,
it is a client who hit the trigger. We acted swiftly. We went to inspect. There was no danger, fire, or anything. It is good, though it is quite disturbing. False alarm. All right, it is over.
Inside, clients didn't seem to notice. Everything was handled in few minutes behind the scene. In this high-end party, misconduct is not tolerated. Security agents just took a young man out of the establishment. He was sleeping on the floor in a drunk state.
Mister, are you trying to sit? Hello, are you okay? It is not the best week. How do you feel? Are you alone? No, I am with friends. Where are your friends?
They are inside.
Are your friends around the corner?
The reveler has lost track of his friends in the party.
Do you have the number of your friends? Well, I propose to you now because you do not need us. You are seated against the wall and you are not lying down. The bouncer is above, he watches.
I was sent out by the bouncers.
You were not sent out, you were inside lying. They'd had to take you out so we can come check on you. Okay? It is for your own good they did that. You can thank them.
Oh, can we thank them?
You are going to need a good night's sleep, which will do you good to be in shape for tomorrow night, where we will go to the Feria.
Tomorrow night will be over.
The most important thing here is that you wait for your friend and go home. Sit against the wall, do not lie. You feel us to lie, but you are not going to sleep there.
Do your job to people who are in their worst state.
There is nothing to worry about. Well, have a great evening. Thank you. If he lies down, just a little knock.
He seems to be okay.
You stay awake. Hey, have a nice night.
Thanks.
Courage, guys.
We won't tell you later. We'll just avoid that. Thanks. Victim left to the guide of his friends. We are back.
It is past midnight, but for the Red Cross team, it is the time when the biggest interventions occur. Alcohol begins to wreak havoc, and Jeremy has been downtown.
Golf Feria, Echo 4, St. Paul.
A fight broke up nearby, but Jeremy doesn't know if it is over. He needs to wait for the police before intervening.
There is a man down waiting for the police to come secure the zone.
Two persons are still down under shock. Their aggressors ran away before the arrival of rescuers.
We will take care of you. Come, let's sit. Do you remember what happened or not?
I went out.
Calm down, I was hit in the face. What else did you take like a hit apart from your face? Compress.
He has a wound. We will treat him.
We will take her to a doctor.
A brother and a sister, about 30 years old, all drunk. They seemed to be going to a bodega when two individuals took them out and hit them.
I asked for a second team. I will ask for a VPS.
Was she hit with your friend?
Golf Feria Echo for St. Paul's.
In 10 years in Feria, Jeremy is used to this kind of situation. He knows he has to call the ambulance if he wants to quickly evacuate the wounded.
Golf Feria Echo for St. Paul. I would need a VPS for Street Rebard Saint Etienne in the presence of police. Two yellow VPS will be okay for the two victims.
Movement in town is difficult with the crowd. For rescuers who have to meet the area of assault, it's tough. They will be faster on foot. A minimum of 15 minutes is required to walk through 500 meters pathway from the Red Cross post. The brother is the most injured at the head and in the back, but he remains calm. His panicked and uncontrollable sister needs much attention.
He's okay, he talks, he is okay. Now we have to take care of you because you were hit. Just let it go. You are seated by, my colleague will take care of you.
The young lady seems to be getting well, but some moments later, she agitates, hard to calm her down.
It is a panic attack. This for the good consumption of alcohol.
Hard to calm her before the arrival of her second brother. He too drank much but wasn't assaulted, so Jeremy uses him.
Mister, try to calm your sister down, please. She is here and all right. We will just put the cervical, okay? As you even took a hit on your head, you allowed it. There is no problem, but the police is there. The police will arrest them and do the necessary. Right now, the main focus is your health. The pain, if there is the back and the head, where on the head, the whole head, or just the arch.
Rescuers take special care to immobilize the most vulnerable man. 22 minutes later, Jeremy arrives with his team. The two wounded persons are taken to the hospital. The feria is over for them. At the outskirts of the city, the gendarmes are back on duty, and at 2:00 a.m., cars are already queuing at the roadblocks.
Follow me, we will park over there, okay.
Remy is very vigilant. This evening is traditionally the most hectic of the feria.
We are going to park him there safely, get him out of the vehicle to get him to the truck to have him actually tested with a breathalyzer to have his exact level. Come on, follow me.
The young man he was checking had been drinking, but above all, decided that he would try to negotiate everything with the gendarme, including his blood alcohol level.
The lowest level is 0. 6 and the limit is 0.25. You are slightly positive. Your level is 0.52.
Also, I said I did not drink. I said I drank just one glass. Please, for 1 milligram, please.
Follow me, we will go to the other side.
Remy is accustomed to handling furious revelers. You cannot be lenient.
What you do not get is that at some point you have to limit it.
Limit it?
In that case, sir, you would have waited an extra half hour or an hour in the car park at the feria.
I had 2 beers, it's the limit, but just because I'm young and I have a new license, that's it.
Each person who drinks 2 beers does not get 0.26.
2 big beers would be normal. I'm 0.23 left and that's it.
You know very well that you get high after drinking 2 beers, because they are big bottles.
I do not keep count.
Let me give back your card.
In order not to exceed the authorized alcohol limit 0.5 grams per liter, The young man should have stuck to 2 25 centiliter glasses, except that in his case, the maximum dose is even lower than what he thought.
Sir, your license is becoming probationary. Your limit is 0.10, sir.
It makes you so happy.
Take it that way, sir.
What will it change if I take like that? Will it make any difference if I take it well? Let me take it well and say yes, sir.
Do you want to fool around like that for a long?
Difficult for the policeman to stay calm, especially when the young man continues to provoke him.
If you play it like that, sir, we're going to play. No worries.
3 o'clock a.m. and still far from home, as long as his alcohol level is positive, he will not leave the premises. Remy is already busy working on some other revelers, certainly less virulent, but much more alcoholic.
When I tell you, you will take a deep breath. Come on, there is nothing to worry
The
about.
man is not content with having a spectacular rate. He is also very talkative.
Is it your first time?
It's been 4 years.
Do you know how much that is?
Yes, you have been here for 2.5, probably 3 years.
It is your license that you are putting at risk. You have to take the lowest rate, 0.57, which you have to multiply by 2.14 grams. You no longer have a license.
After, well, I mean, it was I who did the...
You drank, no one forced you. You have to take responsibility for it. What about your record?
He drank almost the same as me.
The man is not content with having a spectacular rate. He is also very talkative. With 1.14 grams of alcohol in his blood, the diction is confusing, and the reasoning even more so.
I'm going to take responsibility for it. At the end of the day, I wanted to play my best. And I got my license taken. A jerk like me, I mean, there are.
There are some that are inferior, unfortunately.
Too bad for me. I wanted to play the loudest, and who says the loudest says the dumbest too.
Do you have your driver's license?
The driver himself admits his error. Incredible situation, his license is immediately withdrawn yet. He remains friendly with the policeman.
Come on the convocation day. Yes.
Thank you, and have a nice evening.
Safe trip.
Good luck. See you next
He
time.
no longer has a license. Like me, I no longer have a license.
Over the weekend, 122 licenses were suspended, but there were no deaths on the roads of Nîmes. After the weekend party, there is still a traditional last day of bullfighting before the end of the feria. This morning, an exceptional event is going to take place. A horse ride with the French star of the discipline, prevails.
I use a minimum of 4 or 5 horses for a bull, because each horse specializes in a part of the corrida league.
Simon Casas keeps a close eye on all of this. He is the one who organizes the show, and he is a fan of league.
She deserves more. She was born in Nîmes to a family that was modest economically, and she has managed to rise to the highest level. She gets to compete with the biggest, especially today, the greatest Pablo Hermoso de Mendoza. What she does is amazing.
Simon was worried about the conditions 2 days ago, to warm up his riders. This morning he seems to be in a better mood.
Sufficient space is needed for horses' riders so they can warm up their horses before the bullfight. As you saw the other day, fortunately, the area has been enlarged because a horse moves.
The arenas are full for this show halfway between dressing and bullfighting. Lead has just joined the track. Here his horse replaces the bullfighter's cape on foot. The animal must stay as close to the bull as possible while avoiding horns, of course. The exercise is very dangerous for the horse, but also for the rider. The show is progressing, and in this ballet on horseback, Lee is impressive. She is applauded by the audience at each pass. On the back track, Simon seems a bit worried. In the middle of the bullfight, he even chooses to leave the arena. Like all the Nîmes people, he has followed Lee's career from the start. He has already seen her tirade several times, but he is afraid for her. He can never stay to the end. He prefers to listen to the bullfight in his office on the radio. Simon has just learned that Lee has won. Even after a 50-year career, Mr. Casas is excited like a fan.
A local girl, with good spirits, with fishing and the triumph in these arenas. I am very happy. Lee Vincennes wins over the bull. She triumphed over the crowd. She has triumphed over herself. She triumphs over destiny. It is a beautiful and that's lovely. She dominates the horses. She dominates the bulls. She does it with elegance. She does it with passion, with distinction. It is beautiful.
After 5 days of high tension, it is finally time for the producer to rest.
I am exhausted. I can't take it anymore because he is not doing anything. It's 5 days of pressure, practically day and night. I think stress helps you live, otherwise I would have been dead a long time ago.
With the end of the bullfights, the city is gradually going back to how it was a normal life for a while anyway. Here there are 2 ferias, the one in Witt before summer and a second at the start of the school year in September, that of the grape harvest. Nîmes is more lively than ever at the rhythm of its ferias.